Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Monday. Today is Monday, March the 23rd. Let's dive right into it, okay? I did do a few videos this morning, so I'm just going to skip the introduction. But anyone who's new to my channel, hello, welcome, okay? Welcome to the unique world, okay, of, being able to be yourself and authentic and, talk about astrology and divination and all that good stuff, right? And being in this happy-go-lucky energy. Even if you're miserable right now, that's fine, okay? That's fine, right? But just being able to meet people that relate with you could be very significant. And also when it comes to dealing with people who wear personas, that may also be very significant too. Like, you could be dealing with people who wear a lot of personas and a lot of masks, and because people wear a lot of masks and have personas about themselves, that could be you too. Like, you know how some people have like alter egos or personas or whatever the case is? Some people may feel like that with you in the collective, and that may not be true. Like, you may not have a persona. What you see is what you get. So maybe there's something about your energy where you're very multidimensional. Maybe you have like not different personalities, but you're able to blend in with different people, which makes it look like you have different personalities. So there's something about being like a chameleon. Now, Pisces energy could be very significant. I do get that energy too, when it comes to that. Even if you don't have Pisces placements, there's something about that energy of learning to be a chameleon, learning to adapt, learning to flow, learning to basically just not fit in, but it's almost like you're there, but you're not there. So people are aware of your energy, but it's like you kind of just disappear. Like, you're just hidden. So it's like you're still the star, or you still have that star energy, but you're also still hidden, right? So take what resonates with that. But you're not somebody who's fake. For some of you, you're not somebody who, tries to be something you're not. It's just, it is what it is, right? Even when it comes to like your energy too, there could be something about you where you guys could have like very high emotional intelligence, and that could have been hidden from a lot of people who knew you as well, right? So this is past energy. Like I said, we are moving forward. It's Aries season. It's a new time. We're letting go of the past and, releasing. But with Mercury retrograde, there is certain things that could be still lingering around, and it does take a few weeks before we can feel the strength of, the full strength of Aries season, right? Because again, there's still remnants of the past. So yeah, there's something about that where some of you may feel very activated. Okay, you could feel very, motivated. And some of you guys could feel like, you need to move forward, but you can't because there's certain things that maybe need to be, done, right? So we have alignment as the first card, and we also have abundance. Like I said, you guys are in alignment with yourselves when it comes to the energy. You guys could feel a lot of things, right? But you guys are still moving forward. You guys are still abundant. Okay, like I said, that happy-go-lucky energy where you guys are, whether the abundance is joy, happiness, peace, money, okay, a new home, a new car, okay, a new relationship, whatever it is to you that makes you feel happy and whole, that is very significant as well. Now, for some of you guys, when it comes to collective energy, yes, you don't need a husband or a wife, okay? Yes, having kids may not matter to you. Yes, being number one may not matter to you, okay? All those things may not matter to you, but doing the right thing and making sure you show up in a positive energy for you is very significant as well. And that could be the abundance that you guys are attracting. Also, when it comes to abundance, maybe you guys, there's a sense of feeling like you guys could have abundance coming up in your energy like soon or shortly, right? But we have boundaries as well, okay? Yeah, there's something about you knowing that your abundance could be coming towards you soon, and you guys could be having, your boundaries up. Now, for some of you guys, when it comes to your abundance, you could feel like your abundance could be blocked, or you could feel like something or someone or just an energy was blocking your abundance. Okay, that could be significant too. Even when it comes to putting a hold on your abundance, that could be significant, and that could be anything. Like I said, you could be blocking people or having boundaries with people when it comes to your energy and light. So if you're somebody who's in alignment and you share a lot of positivity, a lot of light, a lot of love, okay, whether this is unconditionally or not, there's something about your boundaries being up. So there's something about doors, okay? This could be you going through a new door in a situation of an opportunity, or this could be you closing the door on the past, like I said, okay? So depending on everyone's situation, it's different. Like, people are releasing the past still, and some people are still moving forward into the future because they've already released what they've already needed to release, whether this was during the full moon cycle, okay, or whether this was, during whatever cycle, whether this is like the waning crescent cycle, whatever cycle it is, right? There's something about that. Even just spring energy. Maybe you guys went through that transition during the first day of spring, and that could be confirmation, right? Yeah. So you are enough, right? There's something about step by step. So if you guys have your boundaries up right now, or you guys are protecting your energy, protecting your abundance, there's something about you being enough at this moment and you taking things step by step and moving forward. So you are getting clarity and confirmation that it is okay for you to continue to have your boundaries up, right? Not that you are being mean, but something about you protecting your energy, putting yourself first for once in your life, and not allowing other people to stress you out with their problems, right? Like, you could be dealing with your own issues right now, and everybody could be coming towards you with stupid things. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, when I say stupid things, I mean, like, literally things as so dumb as, and it could be dumb to you because, like I said, you guys could be dealing with literal situations that are life or death right now, okay? Like, meaning, like, either you could have a home today or no home tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, situations that are so serious that other people could be coming towards you with foolishness. Like, why doesn't this person like me? Or why doesn't this person talk to me? Or why does this person, why? It's always why about someone else, but never about them, right? And that could be significant why you may have your boundaries up at this time. Spirit wants you to know that you are more than enough. It is okay for you to take the steps that you're taking to move forward. Don't allow anyone to stop you or make you feel guilty or make you feel bad because you want to protect your energy or protect yourself, right? It's almost like people are making you feel bad because for once you're putting yourself first. But not only that, like I said earlier in the message, but like, you never put yourself first. Okay? You never put yourself first. You're the one that's always solving problems. You're always fixing things. Even if this is not like, say, you're fixing a car or, fixing something in the home, you're fixing people's mental stability. And they take that for granted, right? Because a lot of people think that your energy is going to be there forever. And it's not, right? Yeah, you guys are growing. Like I said, you guys are going through something where, you guys are growing. You guys are growing. You guys are showing up as you shining, okay, shining your light, shining your beacon, okay? Even when it comes to like shining light on your boundaries, there's certain things that are being shown to people in the past or people who know of your energy, even now, because the past could be yesterday as well, right? So even when it comes to you shining your light, shining your beacon, following your own bliss is also significant. You following what makes you happy and not caring about what other people think. And also another thing that I'm picking up as well, some of you guys who are following your own bliss and following what makes you happy, like, say you guys are doing what makes you happy and you're not even being disrespectful about it. Like, you're literally just minding your business. You're going within. You're not getting involved in other people's dramas because, like I said, it's not your business and it's not your issue or your problem to fix other people's problems while you're literally here trying to fix your own, okay? And you're struggling a little bit, but you're still getting through it regardless of what you're dealing with. And like I said, people are coming towards you with their nonsense while you're trying to figure out your beacon, okay, your path. And for once you choose yourself and it's a problem, now you're disrespectful, now you're ungrateful, now you're this, now you're that, now you're all these things under the sun, but You weren't all these things when you were there for everybody, when you were helping everybody and being their beck and call. Okay, so yeah, you following your light, having boundaries right now, following your light, following what makes you happy, do that. Follow your inner knowing. If people want to be mad, let them be mad. That's not your job to make people feel good about themselves. People should already feel good about themselves no matter the situation that they're in. And if you decide to come up in their life, that's different. You know, that's different. That's a blessing. If you guys can understand your inner knowing and know your likes and dislikes, but still be in connections with other people and still understand people, whether this is you and them understanding who you are and you understanding them, that's a blessing. Because guess what? Unfortunately, not everybody's like that. And you do have some people who are mentally ill out there and not getting help or not seeking help. And it's not even trying to be funny either. It's true. There are people out there, while your mental stability is intact, even though you may think it's not, there are people out there who are mentally ill and need help, mental help. And you're the one that's going back and forth at your job, at your school, at your home with these same people that need the help, but they won't get the help. And here you are going within yourself, okay, healing yourself, being your own therapist, because not everybody can afford therapy. Let's be real, okay? So you're there going within yourself and you're seeing a lot of things that you're fixing and healing within yourself. Yeah, rest. Okay, it's like every time you have your boundaries up or every time you go within, you know, you guys either go within and you guys see things, right? But there's something about you resting or being in this restful season or, you know, going into calmer waters, like I said, right? Even when it comes to tea and coffee, that could be significant, right? There's something about that energy, yeah. Difficulties, right? Yin yang. Even if you're going through difficulties, even if you are trying to, like, say you guys are resting, you're going within, right? And you still are facing certain challenges, you're still going step by step, whether these challenges are stopping you or not. And that could be having other people in your energy puzzled and thinking that you're lucky when you're not lucky. The problem is you face your adversities and you face your problems alone, okay? You're not somebody who projects your issues onto other people. You may sense other people's issues and you may call it out, but you're not going to project your insecurities, your issues, your, you know, whatever turmoil or whatever you're going through onto other people. But other people want you to be in this misery loves company energy. You guys could be literally going through the worst of the worst, right? And I'm not manifesting that, but I'm just saying, like, in the past or even now, you guys are going through maybe certain situations that other people act like if they were going through it, they would be like, oh, it's a walk in the park. And it's not. It's really not, okay? You guys have went through certain situations that were difficult and you still came out, right? Money. Okay, money could be very significant. Maybe you guys maybe have struggled with money, or people in your energy made you feel like you needed to struggle when it came to money. And it's like, just because they have their traumas that they haven't healed, it's almost like a lot of people were projecting their insecurities onto you when it comes to money and wealth. So, you know, certain generations where because they had to save money or because they had to go through certain things with money, that could be very significant for them. But say you're a new generation where you look at money in a different light. How you see wealth is different versus how other people may see wealth. Wealth to you may not just be about the money. It could just be about you showing up for yourself every day, doing something that you love to do, right? So yeah, like I said, persona. Okay, some people are wearing a persona, okay, when it comes to money, okay, because they feel like if they act a certain way or wear a mask or do this or do that, then they'll receive. You are not someone like that. It's almost like you look at certain situations with people, and it's almost like you may look at situations and say, give it a rest. Okay, give it a rest. Like, you're wearing a mask, you're wearing a persona, I'm not. This is for the collective. You're not wearing a persona or a mask, but other people around you could be. And that could be also infuriating because while you're being authentic to your true self, you are literally dealing with scammers. Okay? And when I say scammers, I don't mean like actual people who scam and steal. I mean like energetically you are dealing with scammers, because a lot of people act like they're a certain way just so they can get into your energy. Ew, I don't like that. Like that's weird. Be who you truly are. So if you're someone who's very negative all the time, then stay over there and be negative and attract those people who are negative too, right? But if you're someone who's positive, and even though you want to be delusional, like you could see what's going on around the world, but you would rather be delusional. You would rather be in your own bubble, and you don't, and not to be like in a mean way, but you would rather be in your own bubble, because as much as you know what's happening around you, as much as you see what's happening around you, why are you going to let that stop you from still being happy? You know? Like, it's almost this energy of, like I said, misery loves company. So say you're going through a bad day, but you still find a way to be happy. You could have someone in your energy who's going through a bad day too, but it's like they just harp on that all day, every day, right? That's not your persona. That's not you. You're not somebody who does things for clout. You're not somebody who does things to, be liked or be wanted. Like, no, it's like, if people like me, they like me. And if they don't, they don't, right? You could be someone like that. And you could have people in your energy who are like, how can you live your life like that? Like, how can you live your life about not caring about what other people think? And you're like, but I do. Okay, change. Like I said, step by step, you're going through changes. Moon energy, okay, could be very significant. There's something about the moon cycles, okay? Even when it comes to seasons changing, okay, that could be significant, whether this is like Mother Nature from spring, from winter to spring, spring to summer, or whether this is like zodiac placement, so from Pisces to Aries and then Aries to Taurus. There's something about that energy that could be very significant, so take what resonates for you guys with that, okay? But yeah. Spirit is saying to keep going, okay? When it comes to money, when it comes to you, right? Your persona, like I said, you don't wear a mask. You are who you are. You also are who you say you are. So like I said, what you see is what you get. Personas, there's something about you keeping going or keep moving forward, because you don't have to wear a mask to reach your goals. But the people who do wear a mask to reach their goals, unfortunately, they're going to be burned out. Okay, they're going to be burnt out, because how long can you wear a mask for? You can only wear it for so long, You can only be fake for so long, right? Until the truth finally comes out, right? So yeah, like I said before, you guys, when it comes to your beacon, I had mentioned that you guys are following your own bliss. Okay, you guys are following your inner compass, your inner knowing, things that make you happy. Transformations are very significant. You guys are going through that as well. Butterflies could be very significant too when it comes to you. Like I said, transforming, going through growth. Okay, growing. Okay, even when you see butterflies and them being in a cocoon, right? Being in the cocoon, which is winter, being in that stillness, okay? Going through those phases that you need to go through during your growth, right? And then spring comes and it's almost like you are free, right? You're being released into the world. The little baby, the little baby that hatched, basically, it's like a chicken, right? Like, I always like that analogy too with chickens and eggs. It's like being a little egg, okay, needing to be sensitive and cared for, because, God forbid they drop you. That's it, right? So that's like the universe. It's like the universe was treating you like a baby egg, and, you guys are now hatching and moving forward, right? Helping your future self is also significant, okay? When it comes to you helping yourself, going through these transformations, you guys are growing, you guys are helping yourself, not realizing what you guys are building for your future self, but understanding that whatever path that you're on, it's helping you, right? It's helping you for, bigger and better things, okay? It's helping you to learn, okay? Also nature and nurture within yourself, right? Going out and, understanding nature, being out with nature, also grounding yourself and understanding what you like and don't like when it comes to how you ground and what resonates with you. Not everybody wants to sit in a circle humming, right? And there's no disrespect to anybody who does that, but some of you may stand and meditate. You may lay down on the floor and meditate. You may sit in your car. You may sit in the grass. Look, whatever works for you guys, that's all that matters, right? The whole purpose of this platform, this channel, is about growth. It's about learning about you and what makes you feel happy, not you learning about astrology and you using it for your own toxic gain, right? Trying to make people feel fearful or trying to make people feel like their ex is coming back. All that nonsense, it's great for entertainment purposes, but when it comes to people's mental well-being, their life, and what we all have going on, a lot of people have a lot of faith right now in a lot of situations, and when you say something to somebody that it's going to happen and not, having faith and seeing that it can happen, there's a difference. It's like giving faith to people that know that, you don't know when the timeline can happen, and that's scary. Okay? A lot of times people use their gifts for things that they know that they're not supposed to, because let's be real, if you're shaking your booty, if you're shaking your booty online or selling your booty online, or doing something that's not normal, but not in a sense of like unique, right? In a sense of doing things that make people feel like, oh yeah, like I need to see this. Like, and I mean like certain things, and like I said, everybody has to do what they need to do, right? But like things like OnlyFans and things like that where, something as simple as showing your feet, okay? Like a lot of times people don't realize that there's a lot of things when it comes to their morals and integrity. Like I said, if you like it, I love it. I'm not judging. But just because I don't do that doesn't mean that I'm any better than anybody else. You know what I mean? I just prefer that I wouldn't do that. And some of you guys, when it comes to yourself, helping your future self, you would rather come online and either be really funny or get to know people for who you are than to sell your booty cheeks, right? I mean, hey, if you want to do that, you do that. I'm not judging, like I said. I'm not, that's not my role, right? But it's almost the energy too where, say you do the things that you do and things happen where things start showing up where you're like, why does this keep happening in my energy? There's also things about that too. It's like you have to understand that you have to be mindful what you put out there, right? Nobody's perfect. We all do stupid things. We all go through, you know what I mean? Like we all go through things. It is what it is, right? I'm not judging. I'm just saying that being very mindful what you put out there versus being silly, okay, is two different things, right? So imagine on my platform if I said to people, yeah, pay me right now and I can change your life in seconds. And God forbid I say that and then somebody pays me. Do you know how bad that is? If I cannot change that person's life in an instant, how bad that looks on me, because I'm now telling people things that they think that they want to hear, and I'm making promises that I know damn well I can't keep. That's bad. And that is why when I say to you guys, having discernment when it comes to readings is also significant, right? Being careful about what you listen to, who you resonate with, things like that is significant. Am I perfect? No, right? Do I know everything in astrology? No. Do I claim to? Heck no. Okay. But at the same time, I'm not going to also sit here and pretend and be like, yeah, everything is amazing. The world is amazing. Life is amazing. Like, okay, guys, I get it. Not everybody likes positivity, but I'm not going to be just negative only. I'm going to tell you guys the negatives, but I'm also going to tell you the positives, and I'm also going to combine the both of them and also keep it real and say, look, this could be happening, but this also could be the reality as well. That's it. A lot of times people want to hear things that can happen in an instinct, not realizing that you cannot change your life in an instinct. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes effort. And that is why a lot of you in the collective are able to move forward and also gain a lot of abundance, whether this is joy, happiness, money, whatever that is, because you guys do the inner work. You know that it's not going to happen overnight. It takes time. Okay, so going out in nature, grounding yourself, all that could be very significant. Some of you are doing that right now. Some of you guys are thinking about doing that, depending on where you live with the weather. But take what resonates with you in that sense when it comes to having discernment, right? Is there a possibility that people could have discernment and they stop watching my videos? Maybe. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, right? You cannot control how the universe and how faith handles things. You can only just go with the flow of it, right? But at the same time, I'm also not going to sit here and say, yeah, guys, this is definitely going to happen. I don't know that. The cards may show it, but I don't know that for sure. I can tell you what I see in the cards, but I'm not going to guarantee it either. That is why I say having faith, having hope, okay, doing the inner work to also see the change in your own life is also beneficial as well. It's like saying that you want a job and all you do is sit at home and eat potato chips. And you're like, I want a job, I can't find a job. But what are you doing to find that job? Are you going online? Are you going in person? Are you networking? Are you clearing up your resume? Are you changing your cover letter? Like, what are the steps that you are doing to do these things? And say that you are taking these steps to do these things and things are still not happening. That's okay. That is why I say to you guys to find out hobbies and interests that you truly like, that you desire, so that if you were to make money from it, it doesn't feel like a job. It's something that you love to do, but you're getting paid to do that as well. Because let's be real, the job market isn't the greatest right now. But if you can find something to do that keeps you occupied or your mind active while you're looking for work, then do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to say to you guys that instead of being stagnant, move. Whether that's grounding or physical, move, right? Do something. Because the more you stay stagnant, the more that you stay in that stagnant energy, the more you start thinking things that you don't want to, right? That's when your mind starts picking things apart, and you don't want that. You guys have come so far. Why would I want you guys to go back? You know what I mean? So take what resonates with you guys. If you need to go out in nature, go out in nature, do what you need to do, ground yourself, journal, write, sing, scream, shout, whatever. Whatever it is that you need to do that makes you feel whole within yourself, do that, okay, guys? At the bottom of the deck, I said this, but release, right? And taking that leap of faith. Okay, taking the leap of faith. The present time is also significant, and seasons change, seasons, right? Take what resonates. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Please take what resonates with you. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube. My website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. Okay, you guys can book a reading, or you guys can just check out my blog. All right, guys? I love you guys. Thank you guys for the love and the support every single day. All right? Thank you. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate those who support, what I'm doing, and, you guys showing up for yourself every day is also a bonus in itself. So, not only that, thank yourselves, right, for just showing up. All right, guys, but I love you guys. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. All right, guys, bye.